welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage Campaign, episode 146 with me, Squawker. And when we left off, well, two more battles have become under the belt that we are wearing theoretically. And what went under this theoretical belt was Corinth became our newest city to join the club. Oops, hello. Hello, other corner of the world. This happens every time I zoom in a map. But Corinth has joined the club and is now part of my lovely little empire. And I will admit, I am eyeing up Athens. That is a tempting treat for me to take. So we must make sure we build up our forces swiftly in this area to make sure we are ready and good to go. And the other town we have helped ourselves to is we didn't, but we did see off the first of our Egyptian foes, Captain Nakti. Oh well, this isn't him. This is Captain. Oh wait, Captain Nakti died. So yeah, this is what's left of him, now being led by Captain Kia. And we had suitably cut his army down. Two more are still on their way over to say hello though, and I am currently retreating just to quickly top up my men, and so I can come over with a full army ready to crush. We're also building up our reinforcement pool in Africa so we can make sure we can hold off against these Egyptians. It is becoming more and more clear to me that the Egyptians are fully committed to a complete invasion now of my lands, so we must just be ready to deal with them. So I am just keeping spies and diplomats in the area just to monitor the situation. I have my spy planted in Siwa who's monitoring the traffic flow there. As we can see, Shakbaka Sutta is on his way to say hello. I think this might actually be the first Egyptian family member we kill. I think we have killed one already, but killing this guy will still be fun to me. And Captain Amunnos is also on his way. There is also a diplomat nearby though, known as Helios. If he starts moving towards us, that suggests that there may be an end in sight for this war, but we shouldn't get complacent if that is the case. Because while I will try to scam the Egyptians out of money, they might not fall for it. As for my little navy here, you are pretty badly beaten up, so I want you to try and make your way back to friendly waters to try and get yourself repaired. Looks like some troops have been moving out of Kydonia as well for some reason. I still want to deal with Kydonia soon. I would like to help myself to that little island. We actually do have a readout on what they have actually, so we've got militia hoplites, so they're weak hoplites, we could deal with those. Cretan archers, usually a unit of cavalry can put those guys down. I've also got Sicilian pirates as well, or Cilician pirates. These guys are armed with harpoons, I think, or at least they have a missile weapon before charges. So these guys may be like a very weak legionary, or these, according to this, they're actually hot-headed skirmishers with their little hand axes. I'd say they're on the same level as a naked fanatic then, but with a javelin. I think we could take Kydonia relatively comfortably. It wouldn't mean delegating troops to send over, and the thing is, I'm going to be designating now Sicily to helping out in the effort against the Egyptians until we can try and achieve a peace agreement. So, Kydonia will wait, but it looks like the Egyptians are showing no interest in the island at all, so we'll deal with Kydonia when we need to. I think for now it's going to be wiser if we focus our efforts on finishing the Julii, which does mean, yes, I have put off the Brutii. They are getting very lucky with how much I'm letting them live, how much mercy I'm showing, but for now I have far bigger fish to fry than the Brutii. I mean, they are now a shadow of their former power, so for now I'm letting them suffer. So we are moving on by Lazora at the minute, so Agiricus Manica is going to make his way up there and he's going to do what he needs to do. I don't think we have any more battles to fight this turn, in fact, apart from one little rebel army which has shown its heart. Oh, then there's another one actually. Actually, yeah, we are good to finish off Tingi's one. We are going to kill Mastambul, so we are going to do two rebel battles today. So Captain Cadwalder, you are going to be dealt with. His army doesn't really seem to be up to much scratch, so take this miserable lot and deal with him, please, and just do it in an efficient way. We have enough infantry to kill him, we have enough cavalry to deal with him. I'm not really expecting a lot from him, so we definitely do have enough troops. I mean, seriously, I mean, it looks like I'm not trying there, but we are sending elite infantry, we should mop up whatever's going to be sent against us. Tingi, send everything out except the peasants to deal with this Mastambul, because he needs to be taken down now. He's blocking up trade, and well, I just can't be having that because that's costing me money, and I need money because I've got a lot of wars to fund, unfortunately. One day we can just use this money to fund nicer things, but oh great, now he's gone blocked up something even worse. Right, you.
Prepare for battle.
Finish this dude off for good. Okay, here we go then. So Istanbul actually does outnumber us a very, very little bit, but strength ratio is 20 to 7, so it's not like he's really got that much advantage. Because his entire army is actually Numidian travelling, and then one peasant, and then his own general's bodyguard, so he may be... Oh, apparently he's a Roman as well. Oh well, he's a true Roman, and yet he's called Istanbul. I think this man may be suffering an identity crisis. Well... I don't have an exact cure for it, but I could kill him. That might do the trick. So yeah, let's kill the confused little man who thinks he's a Roman and thinks he can stand up to me.
Many brave soldiers have seen the dawn. How many will see the sun sing in the west? How many of the enemy already pray for night? And remember this above all: the gods watch us today. Be sure they are not ashamed by your actions. Now advance!
You heard him, men. No shame. Advance and, you know, be brave, right? Infantry, line up. We're going to put you a little wider than usual just because there's going to be you're basically going to be trash compacting all of those slingers. All these skirmishers. Slingers, you're going to get as many kills as possible. General, you're going to be there. War elephants, it's actually not going to be your day because of all the javelins, but once we get them confused, you'll be able to move in and basically go in for the kill. Right. Slingers, move in, start hitting those peasants, because then by consequence you'll probably start hitting everything else at the same time. Oh, hang on a minute. I thought we were going to be dealing with a very eager general there, but then again he's too busy trying to work out what he puts on his nationality when he's filling out his credit card application. Right. You lot keep moving forward. I want this little confused lout killed. I have very little respect for him at the minute because, well, I just don't have any respect for him. I'm just going to put it simple as that. I don't respect people who get in my way. I don't well, that's pretty shitty, but look. I don't have respect for people who think it's okay to disrupt my war effort to prevent Africa from being reconquered by some bloody Egyptians. It took me... Oh, he's coming in. Move yourself back a little bit. Just let the Sacred Band do all the work now. Oh, big man, you're going to deflect. Right, you, go deal with him. Deal with that miserable loaf. Right, slingers, take position here and get ready to do what you need to do. You better not die by the way, Hasdrubal the Handsome. Good job, Hasdrubal, you did very well. If you want to double your money, you can go and chase off some of those javelins if you want. Elephants, I'm not going to move you in just yet, but for now we are going to try and double our money. Javelins don't seem to care, by the way, so yeah, we're dealing with an enemy who can be very easily manipulated, right? Slingers, you can start dealing with those peasants. You want to start moving to deal with those Numidians. Do whatever keeps me happy. Right, you have put those guys into a rout. Looks like we've got even more people who want to play those, so well, play if you want. Right, he is doing okay. He's wiping those guys out, right. I trust in your abilities right now, General, to get the job done. Both of you going for the peasant wipeout, by the way, right. General, you've got yourself noticed a little bit now, so I'd recommend trying to pull back to my line now. Break through that unit if you want, but try and keep the mobility moving. There we go. Maybe because we've got this loser coming in, he's coming in for round 2, so I just want to make sure we're going to fight somewhere where we're a little less tied up. So, ready? 3, 2, 1. Faked you out, loser. Come back in for another fight, right. Peasants are down. You two move in to do what you need to do. Sacred Band, could you just move in and lend a hand, please? Elephants, I think there's enough confusion now for you to basically join in the fun. So, yeah, we'll just make it worse for all parties concerned now. Slingers, keep hitting whatever you can. Elephants are just now moving in. They're coming in for the big kill because they are the big killers, and they are going to ruin my formation, by the way. Thank you very much, Elephants. Right, Slingers, I want you to call it a day now. Cease fire, hold fire, all permissions revoked. Right. General, your bodyguard has shed a couple of dudes, but for now you seem to be doing a good job of keeping the general at bay. But I'm going to move in a Sacred Band to finish it off now.
Flees like a frightened
Accepted.
child. Now attack!
and break the will of his followers.
Guess he is a true Roman then. He runs away in battle. Loser. Right. Too busy protecting himself to go down fighting with his men. Right. You lot, get down there and do what you can. It's now up to the elephants to finish the fight. Sort of, not really. Right. Slingers, there's some more units for you to have fun against, so go and have some fun against them. One good volley is probably going to put these guys off. But if you want to turn around and face, then you are very welcome to do that. But then again, I think we have already just basically ruined their morale. Yeah, we did it. Well done, Slingers. You guys are the best. Right, what's left to deal with? We've got these losers. We've got Rebel General just lurking around. He's just snooping. No, you're not getting any brownie points, by the way, Istanbul, for coming back to a battle. You're still an absolute coward and a pathetic loser in my eyes. So you may be thinking, ooh, I'm going to come back and I'm going to be really, really brave. No, 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 no. You're going to die in this battle, and I'm going to make sure you bloody have a good time doing it. Right. He's engaged the Sacred Band. It hasn't put him off forever, so right, I want a good volley coming in to finish him off. We are risking friendly fire, I know. But yeah, that volley managed to wipe him out. Right, Slingers, call it a day. No more volleys, because we'll end up killing our own dudes. Right. Sacred Band, see if you can intercept. Right. Everything else is now pretty much just running away. I don't even know why I can continue this battle. I've done what I need to do. I've killed everything I need to kill. Elephants, you can move in and get some kills. General, it's too late for you to do anything now. That'll teach that Roman pretender to get in my way now. At least trade will be restored to my local areas so we can make sure we are not losing out on any money. Good.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Excellent job, men. Very few losses, many kills. You've done me proud today.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
Okay, Hasdrubal, return your now experienced elephants back to Tingi, and then next turn we will retrain, and then I'm going to be sending them away. Right, Demidi, what are we up to? Being pathetic is what Demidi's actually up to, but it actually is for once no longer having to do a mass peasant drive. So we're going to try and recruit something interesting. I'm going to upgrade the quality of recruitment in Demidi as well, because I want to try and get better units. Amilkas, we're going to do something with you now. So Amilkas, I want your peasants to go to Nepta, and Amilkas yourself head up to Thapsus now. Good. Right, Serta, your growth has stalled. Now you are at maximum level, so that's alright. We can afford for your population to stall for a little bit, and it might just try and keep back that squalor. But public order is still doing remarkably well in this area, so that is fine by me. But it does look like it is actually squalor that's killing off a public growth. So I guess for now we will actually just say no more. We could upgrade a farming ability one more time. But there isn't really anything to deal with squalor anymore. Scriptorium don't really do anything, so or Secret Police HQ. We could upgrade the walls one more time if I saw fit, but you know what? I would like to go for a siege engineer, but then again, I might actually nah. You know what, Serta? If I have money left, you will get that siege engineer, but there might actually be a time I could use a better construction project than you. Lepcis Magna, you're working on your foundry. That is absolutely brilliant. As in terms of units, start working on additional squadron of Poeni. Captain Abdisham, you know where you're heading. Thapsus, you're losing population, but we are working to combat that. Carthage, we're doing the same with you. Start recruiting a unit of armoured elephants while you're there. And yeah, we're done in Africa. Right. Sicily. We need an extra navy up and running. So Messana, can I just get a new Quinquereme up and running, because I think I'm going to need it. Syracuse, work on some more Sacred Band. And in terms of construction, by the way, build that execution square, because I don't know when Vetius is planning to die, so I want to make sure we maintain order here. We won't bother with that for here though, because yeah, we've got Atzver, a fucking lazy bastard running this town. He's scarred, by the way. The only thing that he's scarred is by fucking all his fucking, like, you know, bed sores. They're not scars, they're fucking bed sores with this dude. Apparently he's fond of ribald rhymes, by the way, so he does like poems, and I don't know what a ribald rhyme is. If you could tell me what a ribald rhyme is, then well done, you know what a fucking ribald rhyme is, and, well, good for you, squire. Right, I want those elephants sending back to Africa though for retraining, so we're going to go to Syracuse and they can hop on board the first Quinquereme out of there. In terms of recruitment, you are recruiting at Quinquereme. In terms of construction, you know what, I'm going to leave it there, because I don't think Atzma has any kids, and I don't want him to have any kids. Like I said, I do think he has a kid, but I'm not paying for him to go to university. Fuck that kid, he can do it out of his own wages. Right, Lilibeum, you could do some Sacred Band, and in terms of construction, you're doing fine. I wonder what the day-to-day life of my governors is like, actually. I wonder what they actually think of me, except I don't exist. I'm just a great guiding hand in the sky. Admiral Daniel, by the way, you are carrying troops, because you are hauling troops up to Segesta for me. Drop them off for me, and then you can go to Segesta and you can enjoy having your boat rebuilt, and then Segesta is still working on something. In terms of recruitment, Segesta, we could use a unit of Long Shield Cavalry now, even though we are getting 2 in, but, you know, could always use a couple more. I'm liking the way this army's sizing up. That should be enough to deal with Captain Marcellus actually next turn, because my guys have moved, so... Actually, no, we could go and say hello to him. I mean, what we would be dealing with is, you know, there's Praetorian Cavalry there. I don't like dealing with them without Sacred Band. Once we have some Sacred Band in that army, we should be good. What kind of temple are we running in this joint mill cart? Yeah, because I wanted the growth and the trade. Mediolanium should be able to provide. Mediolanium, what can you provide? 1 unit? Well, not enough, right? Mediolanium, you need to prepare your Circus Maximus, by the way, and then work on additional Sacred Band for me. Batavium, you're retraining, and then we're going to be dealing with Captain Lucius next turn. Segestica, you're just staying the course once more, just trying to get your population up there. I did move that spy into Arretium now, by the way, so he's over there spreading his plague. Vermont's doing fine, Corinth is doing fine, Sparta's doing fine. I'm not doing fine. Masilla, you are up with not doing any recruitment at this stage, not doing that. Do want more recruitment going on though, so please start working on some plenty. Lugdunum, you are actually already working on something. Alicia, you may start working on an onager for me, right. Nabo Martius, you're staying the course because we are trying to get, well, you are growing, so I'm going to wait until you've grown. Lemonum, your army is getting quite big, which is concerning, but at the same time your public order is doing bad, so I guess that's why. However, I'm going to try and disband a couple of your town militia because I'm getting a little bit sick of them clogging up the area. It looks like we're not getting a major public order push. Well, we are getting a little bit of a pushback, so we'll see how much I can get away with. Boy, if I could just take down a couple of these guys, man. I could probably take down maybe one more. One more. I'm gonna make 80 my limit. One more. Right, we've hit the hard limit there, right. I know the town might suck because I know Akbar lol is not the best governor in the world, but I know I have a big military upkeep bill, but I want to try and make sure it's now just being spent necessarily. Right, Conde Redonum, what are we up to with you? You're not recruiting because you don't have anything good to recruit. We are just in the process of just buffing up that town. It's still not really got much of a purpose, but Conde Redonum is most likely going to be an economically focused city. Though at the same time it might be well, actually Alicia's kind of my military sort of like deterrent against the Britannians at the minute. But at the same time, once more, the British honestly don't have a reason to go to war with me, and I don't have a reason to go to war with them. I could have their lands if I wanted, but I don't particularly want their lands. I don't really see much use. I mean, alright, maybe they do have some nice coastal real estate, that would be nice, but I have monopolisation of the Mediterranean, so let them have the Black Sea, because I'm going to have this bit of a Mediterranean one day as well, maybe. So, yeah. Tara, you can do your retraining, though, just to keep your men in good stead, please. And then, last but not least, Iberia. So, Oscar, I spy no recruitment going on, so let's get some Long Shield Cavalry up and running. Carthago Nova, what are we up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, send your dudes up, and we can prepare to get marching soon, actually. Start working on some slingers, please. We always need ranged units in the armies. Corduba, we have... oh, let's make it 4 units of Sacred Band Cavalry for this army. And then, in terms of construction, there's nothing I really want you to work on at the minute. Scalabis, you are... still on a bit of a peasant run, but your public order is actually getting much higher, so I figure, yeah, I can actually stop this peasant run now. Not doing all that retraining, that can sod off. We are still building something. Captain Maharbal, I'm going to send you off now, actually. You are going to head north, and you can go and dump your dudes somewhere. And Asturica, you've got a lot of skirmishers, actually. I don't want all of them, but I would like to borrow 3 of them for this army. And then the rest of them, we could potentially redistribute our population somewhere, but for now, I will hold them because the public order is a little bit iffy, and we are waiting on that royal palace to be built, so I will just hold it there for the minute. And Parma, no, last but not least, well, Parma and Corrales. Parma, you're good up with what you're doing. Admiral Sarkarbles on his way to say hello to. Corrales, we could really use you working on something, but an army barracks as well would be useful. Work on some long shield cavalry, please, and then once we've got even more troops, God, Rome's haven't got a weak, well, I say Rome's got a weak garrison, it's still a few armies buzzing around there like bloody satanic bumblebees. Right, so I do believe that is everyone moved, every town now doing something useful, so we should be able to proceed to the next turn now, and we should be able to witness what goes on. But Admiral Chermis as well, you are free to move up, so I'm going to have you start pushing into the Adriatic and see if we can try and just push some of these Julii navies away from us, or even sink them into the bottom of the sea. That is just as good. Try and engage Admiral Valeris as well and see if we can... oh, thanks for playing, right. Make you into Corinth and we can try and get you repaired up. Theododecles, are you able to join up? Nope. Make you, well, Thermon isn't going to do any repairs, are you? Sparta may be able to sort you out a fix-up job first, so you go to Sparta and get fixed up, right. Still, we have managed to push 1 little Julii navy out, so, oh well, that's a start. Still, no, but that being said, we are pretty much at the end of his turn. Levar, by the way, I ignored you, but you are just doing what you need to do. You are slowly building up that population you need. Right. So we are going to move on to the next turn, and we are going to observe our enemies, observe our foes. The only, well, 2 key concerns to monitor today is, 1, there is an Egyptian army that is pretty much now in grabbing range of Amilkas Volubis, so that could go on. He may come in and attempt to attack us, at which point we will have to dig in and defend. Other thing to watch out for really is just for Julii. I am clear now, just making my way up to Baia Lazora, so they're probably going to get a bit of a spank on and try and deal with that. And we should also be wary of a potential backlash at Corinth. While Corinth itself is now happy to be ruled by me, because yay, I think some Greeks there have not forgotten that I was once their ally. The Julii are probably going to try and retake it. They don't seem too obsessed with retaking Thermon, but that situation could change at, you know, at the drop of a hat, or the drop of a coin, or the drop of anything, really. So, let's observe now as I drop the mouse onto the end turn button and drop my finger onto the left-hand mouse button in order to end this turn, and drop further down the BCs towards that AD, which I don't really want to see in this campaign, because then that means we're about to run out of time.
Our ships are under attack!
Well, there isn't much of a land response, there's always a naval response when it comes to the Julii, right? Not gonna be a fun battle, but do what you can.
Roll for your life!
And Admiral Queso now moves in for the kill, but then gets killed. And Lucius is chasing me down. Valerius, please don't win. Thank you.
The sea is yours, great lord.
Right, so the Julii is still milling around. It looks like Captain Lucius is probably on his way to tell me what I can do with my new conquest. In some ways, it looks like the Julii are actually now in hot pursuit and are going to try and stop me. In other ways, it looks like they're actually getting a little worried, and they are going to start stacking up in Apollonia, because they're probably going to think I'm just going to move in and conquer it, when I'm not going to, because I can't. By the way, Death Stalks a land. Oh dear. Erimnium now has the plague. Right, that's probably what happens when you try and enact biological warfare. It literally just walks up and smacks you in the face. That's not good. Who's dying of plague? Well, it murdered Timothy Minacre, and right, thank you, Zeuxis. Next time, move a deadly spy out before. Oh, at least, why was a spy? Why is a fuck? It's like genetic warfare. I think the plague was only geared to hurt Carthaginians, so my little experiment there didn't go well. But oh well, that's why we experiment. Right, you fucking death bag. I don't know where. Oh right, he died. Good. Glad it took him in the end. Fucking puss bag, right? By the way, Egypt, I don't like how far you're pushing that navy up. It's getting concerning. Sabotage, by the way. Lillebame's Curia blew up. That's concerning. Not that we've... Oh no, we've lost a little bit of money for a turn because repairing that actually... How much is... Oh wow. Right, yeah, 5,000 denarii. That's a bit of a steep price. No, what the concern is, there's an assassin on loose in Syracuse, and that is a little bit of a rhyme. I did do that crime. Right. Where am I going to hire an assassin? Who's capable of hiring? Right, you. Get me an assassin and find out what the hell's going on. I'm not having that going on the island. That is concerning. Right, end of turn report, by the way. We're still making money, so that is good. Faction announcements. Bodmulkat Clupea has actually passed away in Libam. Right, I need a spy to move in. Right. And there are even more Egyptian armies bloody moving in now as well. It's getting a bit crowded here, right. Keep moving in, and it looks like there's no sign about fucking diplomats, so I'm guessing diplomacy is not on the table right now. Looks like Captain Akeni caught up with us, but we are going to be able to escape him. But at the same time, we could probably take him. I think we could take him, actually, and we will. So yeah, we're going to take him down. Construction report, by the way, is we have a secret police HQ in Parma. Excellent. Parma, if you would like to work on a scriptorium to make sure your future up-and-coming governors are brilliant, I would love that. Lillabame has completed its foundry, so we will retrain our troops to make sure they're of higher quality and hopefully it makes them assassin-proof. Scalabis has completed some irrigation to upgrade its population growth, so we are going to... we could bump that up to Great Estates now, or we could actually start working on Great Estates, actually, because, yeah, fuck it. Sparta has a temple to Baal, so we'll upgrade that now to a better temple. Corinth is also now worshipping Baal, so let's keep building up the Baal train. Then we've got some repairs that have just occurred here and there. Julii looks like they are going to... Oh, wow, a big pack of dogs is passing nearby, and apparently that's a concern, right. I don't want to deal with it though, because Captain Gaius is still in the area watching me. Yeah, the Julii are going to be a bit of a pain in this area now, but it's all for good cause. It's not... Like I said, this was really more of a distraction tactic to buy me some time to start securing holdings in the north, really. Which is what I'm doing. Bilazora will be a suitable place to start building up some additional strength for me to use. And I'm going to try and send additional troops in as soon as possible. It's just really a case of other things are slowing me down at the minute that we need to try and get on top of. But, you know, that conquest of Arimnium is going to pay us off very well in the long term, and to be honest, I am very tempted to go for Arretium very soon. But at the same time, it is building up its garrison. I think once it's flushed out its next army and we've smashed it up a little bit, then we will sneak out and grab ourselves a nice little conquest there. Either way, Arimnium is now actually under effective trade quarantine due to the presence of plague, so I'm not even going to retrain my troops. Actually, I'm going to wait until the plague passes for good. Timerson actually didn't die, by the way. He came back to life because he is fucking Jesus at this point. So well done, Timerson, for recovering from your illness. Well, he hasn't recovered, but he took a turn from the worst where I thought he died. But then he just brought himself back up that little bit more. Right. Battles this turn, so what's the key battles? There's shit to do over there, but I don't want to do it. There's shit to do there, and I want to do it. There's also shit here that I've got to do. So, yeah, we will deal with you first, Captain Cadwalder. Be very happy that I have spared you some time to deal with you, but please, could you just give up and die at this point? Well, he's just going to give up, but yeah. See that he goes down. Make it a very quick victory because I have better things to be doing. His army will fall pretty easily to my phalanx units, so yeah, there should really be no error from loss. And we can basically move in our cavalry for a 1-2 hammer anvil flank. Should be easy as pie.
Before the sun sinks in the west, this battle will be done. Whether the day goes well is in our hands. Oh, brave soldiers, let us fight well. Now shout out to the gods. Shout your battle cries. Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers.
Men, just do a good job, that is all I'm asking. Right, line up men, relatively chunky formations. We're going to try and keep our engagements 1-to-1 as usual. This is just some nice practice actually for before our next battle. So right, you attack, you go for this, you go for this, you go for this. To be able to move up in sync. Cavalry will start moving you up on the flank. There is a unit each for you all to take, apart from the general's bodyguard. However, that is where the cavalry comes into play. So let's just start moving you guys in. Enemy is going to be a little bit dippy and they're going to move themselves back a little bit because they don't really have any ranged power to speak of. Cavalry, let's just start pulling around the flanks and getting ready to do what we need to do. We've got some naked fanatics there to deal with. We've got 2 units of these losers. We've got the Iberian infantry who have lost out on basically the recruitment opportunity of a lifetime by not joining up with me. Well, it wasn't really the opportunity of a lifetime. It would have been just relegated to being a garrison somewhere. But it would have been better than being killed by me. You probably wouldn't have to fight a single day in your life. Oh well. Anyway, my men are now moving in to start the engagement, and it looks like it's going well. We are just moving in with our phalanxes, so we can just start prodding and poking. Cavalry, let's start speeding up now that engagements are underway, mainly because I want one of you to get in there and hit those naked fanatics quite hard. And looks like Longshield, you've drawn the unlucky straw and you get to play with the generals. So have fun and play nice. Right. We've managed to push away. Actually, we've just pushed away everything, so it's everything except the general now. Okay, general, if you can lend a hand then, because I don't trust Longshield cavalry to do anything really. So, Circle Bound, if you could just move in and lend a hand. You lot, because I know you're going to rout any foot. Yep, you've routed. Bloody called it. It's always when I'm about to pull those guys out of the rout. I just don't have good time when it comes to those guys. Right, General is trying to move around and causes some chaos, but so far it isn't really working in his favour. Some enemy units are also trying to just get under my feet. It's the
General is the perfect enemy. The enemy general has been killed. Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
He got a few kills, but it didn't really amount to anything. Right, you lot, reform and prepare for the next incoming force of enemies, as in one unit reformed, but to be honest, it looks like the general can probably move in and deal with this loser. So general, move in and deal with this loser, please. He's already wavering. He's going to go down any second now anyway. There we go.
As enemies, these men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
I have no interest in finishing these men, even if it is for the experience. Actually, no, because we need the experience. Right, you. Make yourself better at being a general. Get some kills and hoard up an XP bar. Long Shield Cavalry, I see you've rejoined, so you can come in. Because, yeah, you know what, I just need XP, so triple speed this shit, right? Move in for some more kills, just get yourself an experience point or something, please. If you could do that for yourself there, you've done yourself very well. Hey, he got himself a little chevron. Well done, you. One little chevron means that I did not waste my time today. You did, though, with Long Shield Cavalry by being useless. And, oh, here comes the last little lost sheep of the day. Finish him off. Maybe he'll give you another chevron if you're lucky. Does he contain that little power-up you need?
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Good play, my men. You took down the rebels. Be proud of yourselves with that little field exercise. Now you can make your way back and just be placed for cavalry who went and died, and then we'll be good to probably start marching towards the front lines. You also get a retinue expansion, by the way, of a shield bearer. That's always useful to us, right? Back to Oscar with you, Martinez Busius, who still has nothing about him, but maybe I will let you lead an army now, because I just want you to do something useful, Phil wants. Also get that unit of Balearic Slingers. Never pass up a unit of Balearic Slingers, they're always so useful to us. Right. Last order of business today. We've done some admin, we've got other things to worry about, but we'll worry about them tomorrow. But no. What we're going to deal with now is Captain Acheniot. You have an army that I want dead. Your army consists of some Pharaoh's bowmen, 2 of them this time, and also 4 Pharaoh's guard. A few well-aimed onager hits will kill them. Quite a few slingers, but alright, I use slingers, and I think I know how to take them down, because usually mine do get taken down. Unit of skirmishers, a unit of desert axes, and 2 Egyptian chariots. None of us annoying chariot archers, though. And also somewhere among them some Nubians. That should be enough for us to take down. I think I have enough capable men left to overwhelm this dude. So
Engage the enemy.
I want him to be engaged, and I want you to take him down. I'm going to trust you to do this, Amilkas Volubis. You do outnumber him by just under 300 men, and the strength force is 43 in my favour. His army numbers actually are a little sketchy. Some men are quite depleted, but overall he does actually have close to his full strength. But I think a few well-placed onager shots will take him down. And this time, I won't fuck up and make myself a wrong formation. No, we're going to go in aggressive. Because what we need to do is, we need to just be a little bit more mindful of how we fight the phalanxes. We do outrank and outstrength pretty much the Pharaoh's guard straight
The
up.
lands of the dead will see many new souls before the sun sets. Just make sure that you are not one of them. Send our foes there instead! Now, watch for the enemy. Watch for tricks. Watch for their cunning. And send them to their ancestors!
You heard him, man. But yeah, like I said, we can pretty much beat. I mean, Sacred Band can walk in, and it seems that they are capable of beating a Pharaoh's guard. Statistically, on paper, they are better. What we need to do, though, is we need to try and open up more opportunities to crack open enemy formations. Because when we lose, usually it's because our formation has gone skidaddly-waddly and gone everywhere. We need to try and make the Egyptians do that. We need to find opportunities to start breaking their formation up and getting it down. And I think by including Iberian infantry in our army, we might be able to do this, because we can get Iberian infantry on the flank, and yes, they're weak, but they can put pressure on the flank, and if a phalanx unit is fighting multiple units in one engagement, it might be more likely to break under the pressure and then just go down. So that might work. By the way, did you know that none of my sacred bands have faces? They're all undead people. They actually don't have heads. They live in suspended animation. They're all Hades. Anyway, my dudes. Mercenary Hoplites and Sacred Band, you are the front line. Hoplites, don't get used to being the front line. You're just here for numbers' sake today. So we're going to form up and we're going to be ready to march forward, because the enemy might be a little bit avoiding me. Poenis, you are... I only have 2 of you now, so you are going to be secondary line, but you are going to be basically monitoring the flanks. There are still wily Egyptian chariots who will be doing anything to control the flanks, so make sure you guys are ready. Libyan spears, I have 3 of you today, so right. You are on the flanks. You are also on the flanks, so we're going to group you up and we're going to have you written down as flankers. You, spare Libyans, you will be in the middle and you'll be the flexible unit. Slingers, front and centre. Onagers, even fronter and centerer. And you know what you're up to. Iberians, you will be supporting alongside a flexible unit of Libyan spearmen. You two will be best off trying to find opportunities for me to crack open those enemy formations. Like I said, we're going to try that today. But then again, nothing disrupts a formation better than an elephant. And we do have Pharaoh's bowmen to deal with, but if they are lower in number today. So if we can deal with those guys quickly, I will be able to bring in the elephants at a very early stage. And cavalry, you we're going to do that. Either way, one thing we won't do today is with these slingers, we're not going to send them out as a bait unit. That doesn't work, because when we advance, the Egyptians are very keen to defend their front line with arrows, so we need to think of something else to do in that regard. But right, onagers, you are already free to open fire, so target the Pharaoh's guard, sorry, always target the Pharaoh's guard. Target ones like the chariots are nearby though, because then you might have a bonus chance of hitting those chariots, because hitting chariots is always very useful to me. Right. We're getting ready to open fire, and the enemy, I think they're just trying to annoy me by deploying on a slight angle to where I am. But for now, they're holding position and not getting too aggressive. So, ooh, that was close. I don't even know where the other shot went. I think it just missed. Either way, let's see if we can get a nice hit and we can bring these losers into oblivion. But they are moving something out already. Pharaoh's bowmen are coming out to play at a very early stage. I don't like that. Long shield cavalry, prepare to intercept them. This time I'm going to be micromanaging you a little more effectively. Slingers as well. I want you out there and I want you to be ready to play. They're going to try to bring down my onager, and I am not standing that. So cavalry, do what you can. Heavy onager, I want you to cease fire temporarily while I deal with this little disruption to your services. Slingers, you know what you're doing. Cavalry, we're literally going to force them into skirmish and then we're going to peg it. They're trying to hit my Poenis though, so this is a bit of a hostile reaction I'm doing here, and yeah, I'm using crap cavalry, so right. Push them down, push them down. Slingers, you're doing an okay job it seems, right? Cavalry, pull out, because I know what you guys are going to do. You are going to go fuck up and die in a minute, so you can pull out a little bit, and we managed to keep them distracted, right? Onagers, get another shot out. Looks like the enemy is trying to force my hand today, but they're now focusing on the cavalry instead now. And Slingers, you are doing a fantastic job actually. You killed a nice little number there. Guys, fireballs, come on. I know you may be more accurate when you're using your regular balls, but those are really good for blowing up walls. Slingers, hold position. Return to your formation. That was good what you did there. You managed to bring those guys down, but it looks like someone else is coming out to play now. Right, Onager, I recommend you disconnect and you escape. We've got chariots incoming to say hello, and it's a very unwelcome hello, and unfortunately it's not going to do my slingers much good. Libyan spearmen, prepare to engage. Or is this going to be a hit and run job? I think my onagers. I don't have a button for disconnecting these guys, do I? There we go. Onagers, disconnect and get yourselves out of there. Oh, I think I just made them pick up the ram. Oh, either way, look, the chariots actually just fucked off and ran off anyway, so that's alright. Either way, without my slinger support now, we may be a little bit more exposed to a attack from Pharaoh's bowmen, but for now, we should be alright. But the Egyptians are really trying it on with this battle, and I think that's what makes them a bit more of a sticky foe than the enemy, because they honestly do seem to find new ways to try and make me change my tactics. I know Carthage has a flexible roster, but let's face it, I think we've kind of gunked ourselves into playing a very phalanxy build all the time, but I think the Egyptians definitely do have, the Egyptians do have a pretty hefty choice of units available to them, and they are using it to their full advantage, which is probably why they're bringing these very random builds. Right, got a new issue now. These losers are coming in back to say hello, but they are quite weakened. Cavalry, we're hitting there, so luckily this ball may be in our court, so start moving over. I'm only moving you in at a steady pace, so you're actually quite fresh, so let them just build up a little bit of distance away from their army, because I don't want to trigger the, you know, the Knob brothers over here to come back in. But either way, while the Onager has its fun, you know, it's just loosing off a few salvos. Come on, guys, you can hit better than that. We should be able to try and get another successful hit against the enemy here. Because, yeah, they are going to try and fire us, and ooh, yeah, that was a dangerous one. But since you know, Onager's going there, we're going to go here. Shouldn't be getting hit by my own artillery here, so this is a safe charge. But, you played me, Egypt, with your friggin' whatever else has arrows. I did not... wait, do you have chariot archers? I thought you just had... one of you guys are using arrows. No way, they have another unit. Another unit lurking there. But either way, we've seen off one of their Pharaoh's bowmen, and we managed to get away before the desert axis came to play. So, for now, we're keeping them policed. And, ooh, this is a good shot. Spoke too soon. Onager, we could be doing better, by the way. We honestly could. Come on, I want to see more dead Pharaohs scarred. I mean, I'm seeing a few dead Pharaohs scarred, but I think those actually might be Nubians. Right, come on. Oh, a few dead slingers. That's kind of useful, I guess, but to our side, I'm not really expecting sling. Right. Desert Axemen are coming out to say hello now. Right, I don't want Libyans engaging them. That's a no-no. Poenis, they're yours. Go for it. But what a... Oh no, wait, nah, they've actually just bottled it, right? Well, they haven't bottled it, but they've just realised that maybe sending us, I mean, alright, I'm doing it, but yeah, sending a single unit out, like an infantry unit out, is probably not going to work out for you. I should have brought, actually my slingers have returned to the field and I just haven't noticed yet. Slingers, help police, because if those guys come back, I want you to give them a face full of rocks, right? Onagers, what are we up with now? Are we going to be hitting, not hitting? Not hitting, right. Hit the centre of their formation, because right now your accuracy is being pretty... compared to your previous battle against the Egyptians, you're not doing very well. That was disappointing. That was very disappointing, that shot. Come on. I expect better out of you. Like, whoa, who's me? Oh, wait, that's my slingers. I'm going to say, who did I just send out? Right. Keep them coming, though. Keep them coming. It looks like for now the Egyptians are going to calm down and not going to stop. Oh, right. Better hits there. Good. Keep these up. Right. I think at the end of this day... Oh, that was a good hit, at least. Alright. I think at the end of this day, the artillery has not done as much as it usually does for swinging down enemy numbers. I mean, alright, we killed quite a few slingers, but I don't really care about killing slingers with artillery. Slingers usually die anyway very quickly. Right. You may withdraw, Onager. We've managed to whittle down some of the Pharaoh's guard at least. Right. Still, we've managed to put up with the Egyptians' little tricks for long enough. So, main line. Begin moving in. We're going to use this corpse line as our little guideline. Poenis on the flanks. You are going to move in here to watch this flank, though you are going to move in to watch this flank. There we go. Right. Cavalry. I want you to regroup. Monitor this flank because there's still a whole unit of enemy. Actually, no. Monitor this flank. I think that's where the enemy is going to try and play the most tricks on us today. Slingers. Move out and start delivering the hurt to those desert axes. What else do we have to play with? Flexi dudes. Just get yourselves there and prepare yourself for some usefulness. Elephants, you can start moving forward. There are Pharaoh's bowmen, but right now they just don't seem to be in a very, very interesting mood. Libyans on the flank, start moving in. Looks like some enemies are coming to say hello a little bit eagerly, so we'll see what we can do with this. As in actually coming in very eagerly, right. Long Shield Cavalry, you may not have a lot of fun with this engagement, but someone's got to keep those chariots busy for a little while. while I try and get ready. Right, guys, you will be engaging him. You push up here and engage over there. You deal with those Pharaoh's Guard. You're not going to have as much fun against the Pharaoh's Guard, but I know you can do it. You push towards those Pharaoh's Guards who are exposed, or keep your spears down and have some fun against some chariots. Alright, we did lose our long shield carry in that engagement, by the way, and that's pretty unexpected. Nah, it's not unexpected, right? Iberians, can you go make sure this engagement ends quickly? Alright, so get in there and deal with those desert axemen. Libyan spearmen, I also want you to get in there and end this engagement, though it's already ending, but... Right, mercenary hoplites, so you support here. You guys support here. Elephant regulars, stomp on over. Elephant armoured, you can go for the slower approach because you have the advantage of you can just basically telegraph your approach with your great big arrows. Right. Libyan spears, we need to start moving in to help out against those arrows. Iberians, you did a very good job there. You just helped tip the edge of that battle. Right. Not good there. Chariots are hitting us. Elephants, see if you can harass them a little bit. Libyans, try and get in the mix. Try and provide maximum harassment. You've just done a very good job there. You just saved that unit's bacon. Right. You guys need to come in now and help out. Elephants, I'm getting a little concerned for your welfare, so try and move yourself deeper into the battlefield, just away from my men, just in case worst comes to worst. Right. Sacred Band, you focus on finishing off here. But Libyan spears, you've got a very interesting opportunity to get right around the back, and you can do what you need to do. Elephants, speed it up. The Egyptians are now running. They're going to try and escape us. So, right, General, you need to come in and play now. Elephant regulars, I've actually now just berserked. Right. Because this unit was on its death's door anyway, I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm sorry, elephants, but it had to be done. I couldn't risk you killing my own army there. The unit was on its end anyway, and to be honest, we need to move away from using little elephants. I mean, we can just mainline war elephants and armoured elephants at this point in the campaign. Little elephants can be used against the Romans, but for now, bigger is better for us. And what is better actually is the fact that the Egyptians have lost this battle, and we have pretty much sundered them. I am very happy with that. Well, sundering might actually be a strong word for what I've done, but either way, we have ruined the... Well, we have ruined them. Quite a lot of them have still escaped, but we have definitely delivered them another satisfying defeat. And I am happy with where this has gone. Elephants, where... Alright, good. I thought they were wandering off to go and berserk, but no, ooh, he flew a little bit. Right. Elephants, I just don't like you wandering up this direction to deal with something that has pointy spears that can hurt you. So, do you want to just move somewhere else and so you don't berserk? Because, you know, I know elephants get a bit pissy if someone keeps poking their ankles really hard. Right. And the battle is won. Finish them all off. General, kill whatever's left of that unit you're chasing down. What's left over here? We've got a couple of dudes running off. Right, elephants, do what you need to do. Still another satisfying victory there, and we can make our way back to Lepcis Magna now and prepare ourselves for the next incoming wave of Egyptians. It looks like that diplomat, though, is not on his way over to say hello to us. So for now, we must assume we are at total war with the Egyptians, which is not ideal because I need really my resources focused on finishing off the Romans once and for all, and this is just going to slow down that inevitability now, because I feel like we are at that point where victory against the Romans is becoming an inevitability. Once we break Greece and we break the Julii strength there will be very little in my way to stop their end, but for now Africa needs to be on lockdown, and we need to be fortifying up, and we need to be getting ready for the oncoming Egyptian hordes. But saying that, once the Julii are down and the Romans become good, more effort will be put on the Egyptians, mainly because what I'm thinking is, well, I've always suggested this, but we are going to do a bit of island hopping. We are going to conquer their holdings in the Mediterranean, so we're going to take Rhodes and Salamis off them. And from that point we can launch an attack onto the Middle East. Mainly because at that point the campaign will have actually ended. and I will have won.
Attack!
But my bonus objective for a true ending of this campaign will be the conquest of Tyre. So that still needs to happen, but for now, I am happy to say that the Egyptians have routed once more. Apart from this really awkward unit of Pharaoh's Guard, who are just being really awkward and just basically going everywhere, but there we go.
Victory is yours! And no one can argue that it is not both well-deserved and worth.
Good victory, Amilkas. Once more, you've actually kept your casualties very low today. Only about 400 of our men died. And you took out just about 1,000 enemies, so give yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, only a quarter of our army died. You did well, Amilkas, you did very well. Some units did well, some actually gained some experience as well. Slingers gained some experience, heavy arms just went up 2 points. Long shield cavalry gained a point. Unfortunately, the elephants who died lost. General went up a point. Armoured elephants actually went up a point. Yeah, everyone getting some points. Good. I'm happy with where that went. I think we're getting better against the Egyptians. We're learning more things about them. And what we do know is they like to try it on now. They don't fall for the artillery fight like the Romans usually do in a very predictable fashion. They will look for ways to try and counter it, so we need to be careful. I think if we provide a more tighter defence, we may be able to get something slipped past the enemy, but for now, we must return to Lepcis Magna and retrain, and Amilkas actually did gain a command star, so he actually gained his first command star, so he can take that and he can be very happy with it. And we are going to call it an episode there, but before we do end, I did notice one thing interesting. The borderline here actually has turned purple, so Parthia looks like it's returning into the game. And they will have conquered whatever this is, Tribus Alani. We're going to go say hello to them, which will happen in 2 turns' time. But I want to see what's going on with Parthia, because I may make them a generous payment to go and harass some Armenians, and therefore get the Egyptians' attention. It means Parthia will be wiped out once and for all, but it's no loss to me. I might be able to make myself a new friend, even if I'm completely and totally using them. But for now, we must call it an episode there, and next time, we'll be dealing with Captain Lucius, among other things. Have a lovely evening, my friends.